Welcome to CDA Interiors, where we love creating beautiful and livable spaces for every client. Today, we're going to talk about what a designer brings to a project. If you took a look at our series on the overview of the 7 most common problems found in interior spaces today and of ways in which a designer can help solve those problems, today we're going to look at some of the more intangible things a designer brings to a project. A designer saves you money. Incredible, but true. A designer saves you money. Sometimes when the price of something seems beyond your reach, you need to step back and ask yourself whether tackling it yourself will produce the results you want. How important is having the right result? Will you decide on a compromise solution that, over time, will always be a nagging reminder of a poor decision on your part? Will waiting simply mean that it will cost more later on? These are true reflections clients go through, and they're important reflections to have. But most designers, such as myself, can help you through a situation like this. Frequently, there are alternative ways that can be explored and changes that can be made in the design to lower the cost. Sometimes you just need to see the project in perspective. A few years ago, a client wanted to turn his dining room into a library. He wanted everything paneled in wood. There was a day in wood finish and as many shelves as possible. Coming up with a design to maximize the space and pricing it out with a custom cabinet maker, the price was high. The room had a few challenging problems. Plus, it was all wood finish cabinetry, not painted, and a fairly involved design. Needless to say, he was floored with the price and decided not to go ahead with it. Sometime later, and with permission, he took the design to a local retail cabinet shop to see what they could do for him. He wound up with 2 separate bookcase units made by this shop. Later, I saw what he had done. The 2 bookcase units were facing each other, one in an English-style walnut finish and the other painted white with French ornamental details. I asked him if he was happy with the way the 2 cabinets looked in the room. He said no. He had already exceeded the shelf space and needed more bookshelves. Asking him if he wanted to reconsider the original idea, it would mean losing the 2 shelf units and starting over. He said yes to it all. And we've all been, guilty of doing that. Getting the simple solution, the easy fix, and then not being satisfied with the results. And perhaps spending good money over bad money over good money. So now we were back where we started. Not us, but in the story. Only he had spent a great deal of money on 2 bookshelf units that were discarded. The price to construct the room design had increased, and he had missed the enjoyment of living in a paneled library for several years. In the long run, he would have saved more time as well as money. The illustration that I just described could just as easily been about a window treatment, a fabric, or piece of furniture, an addition to the house, or a totally new kitchen or bath. Remember, a designer is in a position to do the following: be objective about what you want, give you professional assessment of your situation, and help you develop a solid plan of action.